Matt Lenihan Boxing Social in association with Empire Fight Store, our Kings. We're here, Conor Benn trainer Tony Sims. Tony, when you get to today, is it almost just like, relief, we're here, we're nearly there, fight night's coming. It's not just being your average rival, this has dragged on for years, and in a good way, and it's been good for the fans. They've invested in the narratives, but we're here, fight night is finally tomorrow. Is it a relief?
Oh yeah, you hit the nail on the head there. It's exactly what I was thinking, and you must be a mind reader, because it's exactly that. And like you say, it's been a long journey to get to this time, this fight tomorrow night. And there's been a lot of talk over the last few years about the fight. I think both fighters knew at some stage they was going to fight. We've had a long camp as well, and tomorrow's going to be the night. And like you say, it's a relief just to get to this stage. And I'm really looking forward to the fight tomorrow. I'm super confident in Conor becoming victorious tomorrow night.
Look, I know how close you two are. You can tell the bond you have as well. Obviously, I know you're a trainer fighter, but you've seen probably quite a change in Conor over the past couple of years. Forget everything that's gone on in the background, but what's the biggest change you've noticed him in from when this fight got announced the first time round to now? He's been through a hell of a lot, like you said, but what's the biggest difference in him from then to now?
Yeah, it's like I was saying at the press conference yesterday, like things happen in life. Sometimes we don't know why they happen. Like God looks down and your life's going swimmingly well. Like Conor Benn's was, he couldn't have had a better life really. And then all of a sudden, travesty hits out of the blue, out of nowhere, and his whole world crumbled and fell apart for 2 years. And he grew from a boy to a man. And then he had to be. Yeah, you have to be in that situation he was in. He had to hit the situation head on, which he did. Mm-hmm. Spent a lot of money because he believed in his innocence, and he spent a lot of time as well out the ring proving that. And obviously he grew up overnight. And I believe the mindset that he's got now is sometimes when you lose something in life, you realise how much you miss it. And I believe now that, mentally he's a lot stronger than he probably was 2 years ago. And listen, the same goes, in the same breath. Chris Eubank's been through a lot of tragedy over the last 2 years, and obviously, like he was saying at his press conference yesterday, but it's like everyone at that table yesterday, we're all winners in life, because, things go bad and then things go good in life, and this fight's good for everyone. Both them boys involved are going to be set up for life, and it's going to be a momentous occasion at the Spurs football ground, and it's a great occasion.
Will it bring a tear to your eye if he manages to pull this off? I know people are talking about this at the start of it as an upset, 'cause he's moving up in weight, but with the journey you've been on, if he manages to do exactly what he says he's going to do, which is to knock Chris Eubank out tomorrow night, that'd be one of the proudest moments of your career as well.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look, I've been involved in a lot of big fights and stadium fights and world title fights. We've had a lot of world champions, but this fight here is obviously captures the imagination of the boxing public, because the name Eubank Benn is synonymous with each other, and you just got to look at the occasion and just how many people was just here for the weigh-in to see how big a fight this is. And at the moment it's the biggest fight in boxing, especially British boxing. And like you say, if he becomes victorious in this fight, which I believe that he will, I'm confident that he will. It'd be a great occasion for all the fans, and it'd be a great occasion for me as well, taking a boy who was 19 with raw. We all watched his first fight, his second fight. We've watched every fight of his. We've seen his progress. But to come to this stage now and become victorious is like a great occasion. Of course, it is for me as a coach.
Got to ask you. So I was there at the hotel today when we heard what had happened with Conor's weight. Bang on, a couple of pounds under. Looks big, looks healthy, strong. Chris obviously missed it by a minuscule, I believe, on a second attempt. Any surprise at that all? He's made it the last few fights, seemingly tried to make it. I know he put videos out. I don't know when they were from, but what do you make of that? Do you read anything into it, or do you just go, it's his thing, we do our thing? How do you sort of separate it?
I was surprised he missed it because he's obviously made it for his last 4 or 5 fights. He's made 160, so he's an experienced fighter and he knows how to make the weight. So I was a little bit surprised he come in 2 ounces over and then just he got an ounce and a half off, but he was an half ounce over, and I was a little bit surprised that he'd done that. But listen, it is what it is, and we're just going to get on with our job and not really worry about what he does. And Conor's in the best form of his life, mentally and physically. So we just worry about what we're doing.
With all big fights, there's always talking points. Another one was the gloves. I saw the video and I was like, from the outside looking in, the British Boxing Board of Control signs off approved gloves, from my understanding. Can you shed any light on what was the argument in there? They were talking about horsehair and X, Y and Z. Is that just gamesmanship? Because surely the gloves that are already there set, they've already had the tick and seal of approval.
Yeah, look, they're Everlast gloves. Many fighters wear them same gloves. They was booting off around about them, but like you say, when the British Boxing Board of Control authorise a pair of gloves, and they're standard gloves, they authorise the gloves, so there can't be any arguments about it. So that was that really. Frank got in a bit of an argument, and I kind of pulled him away from it because there's nothing to say. Like, if the board have authorised the gloves, and that's the end of it.
A lot of pressure, I suppose, when you talk about Frank as well, because the pressure he's under there from them to say, well, what's in the contract? And obviously he's the man behind the scenes. I know Eddie said in his interview, he goes, look, I'm the mouthpiece. Frank does a lot of the stuff behind the scenes, the work, the hard graft. So in a way, he's trying to defend himself, saying, look, no, this is standard. This is what's in the contract. So do you understand, like, you sort of have a cool head and looking over him going, come on, it's okay, take a step back kind of thing.
Listen, all you want to hear is that the gloves are authorised by the British Boxing Board of Control. It's the end of the story for me. What was in what contract, no idea, but the gloves are authorised, and that he's obviously sponsored by Everlast, wants to wear Everlast gloves, and that's the end of it really.
Positive note, I know you won't be looking past this night, but they're saying, look, winner potential, the WBC would back a fight with Canelo Alvarez. He wins this fight. I know we were talking further afield, and you as a trainer and athlete, you don't allow yourself maybe to go past tomorrow night, but what a story if he does that and then that's the fight after.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's a rematch clause, the Eubank Benn rematch clause that'll probably happen in the autumn, but we'll be open to whatever fight comes along. I mean, in reality, I would like him to drop down to 147 again.
You think he can get back down there comfortably after this?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. He's like up at 156 at the minute. He's like, and he's obviously eating good. So he'll make 147, 100%, and he'll make 147 comfortable. I like to see him go back down to 147. Fight for the world title, Mario Barrios. There's been mention of Ryan Garcia as well. So them Devon Haney, them sort of fights. So we'd be interested in doing them fights. But obviously the main focus, as you say, is tomorrow night, and obviously the return fight as well. And once he's done that, he's like free to move back down to his natural weight.
Well, look, Tony, I appreciate it. It's the day before, so I thank you very much for giving me your time. You're always a gent, and all the best for tomorrow night.
Thanks very much. Thank you.